them really happy, and we could really do with making some allies happy at the moment because we've had like a lot of mech raids in the last like 2-3 weeks, and I've been calling on some allies for help. So yeah, seems like a long time save. It is. So this is the third location of Asora, and the other one's my fourth location. We've been moving across the globe, trying to work our way over to the landed ship quests. This is the fourth location we're building up at the moment. But yeah, it's been like 2.5 years in IRL time we've been working up at this point. So yeah, it's been a long time. We're getting there. I'm currently postponing work, so I might leave again soon. Oh yeah. But it's been nice to come by and visit. I'm like Grandmaster at this game in comparison to my... Was it yay? Yay ass? What? I don't follow, but it's fine. Thank you. I kind of figure it's just like... I play with like really large colonies, and I play for like a long time with those colonies. So yeah, when I have like a colony, like I wasn't expecting this one to run for like over 2 years, and I'm expecting it to still take a while, maybe 5 years in total or something. But yeah, I don't play like a normal person. I know that. Hold on a sec. I gotta find out who's partners first and foremost. We did this the other week, and I've got to grab them again. Last game I had, Soul Mechanator got addicted to yayo, so I was pretty cooked due to consistent overdoses. Oh my god. Yeah, no, we don't do any of the drugs or anything like that, which is fine. It does make some certain battles harder, because obviously I can't, like recreation, I can't let them hit up the drugs for recreation purposes, and I can't like buff them for battles and shit for obvious reasons. I don't know if Esme's here. Hold on. She might be. No, Esme's one I've got to grab. Alright, Esme's one I've got to grab. Legrand. I'm just trying to find their partners so that I make sure I bring them over. I had them all set up in a caravan, but I had to disband the caravan because it got attacked by a Mechanator raid on my other base. So, yeah, that wasn't great. Who the hell is Blue? Oh, Law. Okay. Law's not here. I have to find you, Law. It's weird to think that this game is already 12 years old. Like, damn, this game was made in 2003. Yeah, well, I find it funny that, like, it is already, like, a good few years old. Because, like, I didn't find it till probably 2017 or 18, something like that. I don't think. And I also didn't play it for a while because I didn't like the look of it. So my friend just kept convincing me to play it until he eventually just bought it for me. And then I started playing it, and I'm like, oh no, I actually like it. And I've been playing it since, but I've only had like a couple of big colonies throughout the whole time playing it. So like I've had a couple of little ones. Like I think I had 2 or 3 at first and they died. And then I had the coalition colony that had 100 or so colonists in it. And then I had like 1 or 2 die. And then I had Hatora, which was my offline colony before I streamed, which had like 170 odd in it. And then I ended that one so that I could start streaming, and I made Nido. Nido imploded. I let them kill themselves. And then I had this one, and this is Asora. So I've had like 9-ish colonies. I've had probably less than, like I've had 10-ish, maybe at the most. Plus, like if you include like the couple of RimWorld colonies that I've had that have been Rim Connect special day events and stuff like that, I think we've had 6 extra in total. So I've maybe had like at most 16-ish colonies of RimWorld in all the time I've been playing. So I haven't had many. There's in many ways, like I know a lot about RimWorld, but I'm also still pretty new to it, which is wild to think about sometimes. If I can find Law, I can start a caravan with her. Because I want to make sure I send everybody's partners over. I know I've already got Mole packed up in one of these. I don't know which one yet. That one's not ready for launch. That one's got all the chickens and stuff. Has this one got Law? Oh, Mole. Yeah, no moles in that one. I'm slowly catapulting resources between the base so I don't have to grow it and shit. This population numbers are exactly why I'm saying Cure Greymaster. Sitting here with 327 hours in game and biggest colony with 7 pawns. Yeah, but like the thing is with the game is like I kind of discourage people from being like considering how many hours that they've played a game for, because like even if you've only got like 327 hours, you may have like had more experience with those colonies than I have, and I've probably got thousands of hours, you know. But I don't have the same level of experience as somebody else that has thousands of hours, you know. So like, yeah, that's kind of how I like look at it. Plus, also everybody plays RimWorld so differently. Like, you know, some people have got like hundreds of mods. For instance, I literally have like 6, and I think a couple of them are the ones that make the mods work. One doesn't work, and I've probably got like 4 mods total, kind of thing. So yeah, like I'm also not playing like a lot of people. I don't play anything like anybody else. There's laws. It's not the laws. Your laws, chef. Your Ariel laws. Okay, I must have a second laws. I'm just keeping an eye out to see if I can just spot her, because everybody should be back here or at the other base. There's nobody in transit at the moment. I could do a search for her, but I'd rather just spot her. She's a hunter, so she should be just out and about. I could send like McJolly and crap. Yeah, I'm trying to make a caravan to go to like the next location, which has got everybody's partners in it. But I guess I'm just gonna have to pick a couple of people and go with it, because I don't remember who I sent last time. I had like a really specific group, and I had to keep. There's Esme. All right, let's make it with you, because I know you've got a partner over there. You've got a fiance. Yeah, and he's over there. All right, so let's start with her, and I'll build up the caravan from that. Just because I want to make sure I send the right people and no more than just the right people, preferably. I could also send Nitro over, but he's currently downed. He's recovering. But yeah, all I think of is like when you're playing RimWorld, as long as you are enjoying how you're playing RimWorld, that's the only important thing. Like, you can try to play it on the hardest setting, or try to have the most amount of people or the least amount of people or whatever. But if you're not enjoying it, like, why are you trying to play it that way? You know? As long as you like what you're doing, it doesn't fucking matter. Like as I said earlier, I didn't set out to have a game that's going super, super long. I didn't set out to have a game that had a shit ton of people. This stuff has happened, and it's part of the story now. But I like my colony, and I like, for the most part, like whenever we've settled somewhere, the buildings that we've got and what we get to do. It would be nice if they weren't struggling so much at each location because of like the evacuation we had from like location 2. If we didn't have that, the game would be going so much better. But we had that, and that's part of what happened. So, you know, I've had to like recover people because of that. I will stack up the rest of the people in a moment. I'm not sending a single fucking farm animal. I would like to send the panthers and the thrumbos, specifically the thrumbos, ideally, you know. Yeah, currently I'm playing to save with the hardest difficulty, Randy Machinator, with Iron Maid mode. The only saving grace is, as of yet, that if you crash and task RimWorld, Iron Man doesn't save. So it goes to the last autosave. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. Because, like, I'm playing with it, like, when I do battles and shit, I'm saving constantly, by the way. But when I do battles, I try to come out of it with the least amount of, like, deaths and stuff. And so, like, when I'm doing the battles, I'll sometimes, like, go back and do it again. Like, last week's Mechinator battle took 2 hours to do. Real world hours to fight. Because, like, I fucked up a couple of times. I've messed around with the first run. I fucked up the second one. The third one we made through. And then somebody ran wild, and I have a glitch on my game where I can't get those back into my colony no matter what I do. So I had to like reload, but I hadn't saved after the battle. So we had to go again. And that one, we came out a lot better. We lost a couple of thrombos, a couple of panthers, and 2 people. So that was substantially better. But yeah. Normally, I normally see like after the battle, I have like a tentative save. And I'm like, let's just see how they go. Because in most cases, there will be people that die or have tantrums and get killed and stuff after the battle too. And I just want to avoid them doing that if I can, so that I can make sure that everybody's good. I'm pretty sure these are all the oldest. Cypress, Big Boy, Camus. That's the one I'm missing. All right. Got Yo-Yo, German, Quagmire, Troy, Butts. They're a lot younger. Troy isn't that old. Remington's kind of older. Byron's a bit up there. Teresa's one of the older ones. Cypress is one of the older ones. Formosa's one of the older ones. All right, so those should be the oldest thrombos. I want them in the caravan. I also want the horses, whatever survived, because I had to cull a few horses too. So we'll grab all those. I specifically want horses for the speed, but also when they're in a big caravan together, they'll breed. So that would be ideal. That should be plenty enough. Also, if I can get some wood on the way back, that would be amazing. Because, like, we need to be raided at least twice on the way back so I can get, like, some wood for the biofuel and crap. There are more horses scattered through here, but I don't want more. Last big fight in my save, I called War Queen to fight a large insect infestation I had, but autosave, so I had to crash the game 20 times because War Queen was arriving before the bugs. They had to send a colonist out to bait the bugs to fight the War Queen. I'm glad I don't have the DLCs for, like, the War Queens and shit. Also, welcome in, is it, Meredith? I'm terrible with names, but welcome in. Is it Holly Ridge? I mean, we're doing alright. We're doing alright for, like, moving and shit. I've sold off a fair bit of stuff. I also want to throw the panthers into this as well. I've got all the good ones over there. Croquette, like, dies in every battle. Let's send Croquette. Arlene and Lottie, they're a bit older. Matilda's newer, Manboo's newer, Grace is new, Poppy's new. Alistair's sort of new. I do want a couple of trained thrombos and panthers over there for hauling, because they'll take a lot of the workload of my people. So we've got a couple of panthers, we've got a couple of thrombos, we've got the horses. I am transport podding the chickens and the cats. I've transport podded some thrombos. I will add more people once I figure out whose partners need to go over. Shadow can go back over. He can go for a walk. So we've got at least 2 people. And I'm going to need a lot more food than this. Because I have people coming into this as well. And it's like a 14-ish day trip. I mean, 25 days is good, but I'm also accounting for the return trip, which I can send a transport pod of food over if I need to. So there is that. I'll take a couple of those because there's going to be more people. It's an 8. And this, I kind of want all 500. It's going to take a bit longer to load up, but they'll give us a bit more food for the there and back because I don't have packaged survival meals to bring back. Now, I do want, not components, I want, what is it I'm taking? I'm taking steel, I'm taking the thrombos. I've got to load up the partners. I do need to take the shitty clothing for trading. Hold on, where's the steel? There's the steel. That's taking up most of that. How about we just drop that off by 4? Okay, and what else we need? We need melee people to go on this trip too. I also have some books over there. So we want the shitty clothing because it's light, and I can trade this for some steel once they've used up some of the food. So I have traders on the way, so we'll do some trades. Plus, they'll probably also get attacked by raiders, which not ideal on the way over, but yes, ideal on the way home. Because I want the wood. I need to load up a couple of people that can do wood cutting. because we went from like 32,000 wood down to 5,000 wood, and I've still got transport pods to load. So I need to harvest a whole site. That will do. All right. I can fit more metal on this. Hold on a second. Where is the metal? I could send plasteel, but I don't need to make anything. There we go. Yes. I will send more people with that soon. I know I've got Esme. Esme's in there. But yeah, no, I don't have any of the DLCs or anything like that. This is just mostly core game. Well, it's core game. Been mostly kind of testing what core game can kind of handle. It's been fun in that regard. Let's see. You have Nasan's here, Cypress is here. You're not sleeping with Dodsworth. Esme is coming with us. Friend, husband, he's here. Grim, I don't think is here. Oh no, Grim's here. Alright, hold on. Where did she go? There. Alright, let's see. Law. Where is Law? Law's here by the look of it. Is Law blue? Hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay, so she's here. That's fine. I love how they're... Oh, it's the last name. Okay, that's what's got me confused. They got married. Frankie is somebody I've got to bring here. Okay, well, you're in the caravan, Frankie. I think you need rescue, or somebody needs rescue. Mantis, that's here. They're fine. Somebody will rescue them shortly. Let's see, who else? You should be here. Oh, he's dead? Oh, well, you know he's dead. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. You have Father Bonds. Let's see, Ruffle. Yeah, you're the other one. Mo is dead, yes. Okay, there's Kangaroo. Yeah, that's the other one of it. Chimpanzee and a Nasan. Hold on, I'll swap those back over. Fair and vanilla, I would say if you want to DLC at any point, Biotech definitely feels least intrusive to normal gameplay loop. Try one, I'd recommend Biotech. I actually won't play Biotech because it involves kids and babies, and I fucking hate kids and babies. I understand that you can disable those, but like I stand very strong on my opinion of kids and babies. I don't like the concept of like dealing with them in the game at all. Plus, I don't really get much out of like the added electronics and stuff. I don't feel the need to add any of the DLCs. Like when it comes to them, I don't mind the undead in Anomaly, but none of the other ones offer anything that interests me at this time. So, plus I'm also kind of testing out what core game can do, and in the same sense of like mods and stuff like that, I'm just not bored with what core game has at this time. Like I said earlier, if I get to a point where like I finish this and I don't have to do this particular run again, because if we do this and we fail, then we're going to just redo it with like the same mods, same everything kind of thing. But in the event that it succeeds, like I'll have a kind of like a conquest run next, which will be like a new colony where I defeat everybody on the map. That's my enemy and stuff. So there'll be that instead. But this one's probably going to take me like another probably 2-3 years to finish. And then if it finishes and it completes, then I'll start on the next new one. But if not, if we fail in some way, I'll start this one again. And then that will probably be like another 5 years or so. But yeah, I'm looking at least 10 years probably before I'm looking at any of the DLCs or different mods and stuff like that. Mantis, Tromate, she's right there. So I had to pause because I knew that Mantis had been down for a little bit, and I'm like, I just need to check on her because nobody's picking her up. But it does look like nobody else is going in that caravan, which means everybody's partner's over there, which is fine. But I want to find some people that can exclusively do growing and plant cutting. Like Mole, Bical. I know that I don't super want to take all my plant cutters away from here, but I have a lot and we should be fine. I mostly want to, kind of like stack up with a whole heap. I'll leave and go here. I want to stack up with a heap because I want to be able to get plants on the way home. I also need to get a doctor for this particular caravan, and I need to make sure everybody going has a weapon. McPherson is a doctor and she can do plant cutting, so there's our doctor allocated. That'd be good. Alright, I'm not sure how many that was. I was like, yeah, we got 10. Okay, so 10 versus 40 odd animals. That should pack up enough. I would like a bit more than that. I want a couple of people that can do melee. I guess most of these guys can't do hunting, which is why they do planting. And we still have... I guess if I take a few people from lower down that aren't like our premium plant cutters, I'm not taking Feral or Snake. They can go fuck themselves for this particular quest, but Lobster maybe. Lobster, you can go on this quest. It's not really a quest. It's taking them to the new location, and I want to gather some stuff on the way, specifically way back. But Cheddar can go. Cheddar, where's your gun, mate? Where's your fucking sword or whatever? Where'd it go? You've been able to punch up, haven't you? Hold on. There's a sword. Can you grab that? I have to leave now. I should have left both of your streams in the game. Have a good vibe, so I might come back, see you if you're streaming in the future. No worries. Just as a heads up, I'm only streaming Project Zomboid this Friday, and then I've got no streams next week. So the next chance you'll see me playing RimWorld is a fortnight on a Tuesday, just as a heads up. But yeah, if you're following on Twitch or YouTube, whatever, you'll definitely catch me live again. And it's generally more or less like this. Like sometimes I'm a bit more chatty and sometimes I'm quieter, but this is about the average. Also, no worries, Jelly. That is a lot of horses. I do hope that they actually put them somewhere useful this time instead of outside. That would be great. Let me see if I can find... Okay, Shadow's got a gun. That'd be useful. Frankie has a sword. I've got to go my rounds of the caravan and find out who has what weapons, because I want to send a bunch of melee people this time round. Where's your gun? Yeah, where is your gun? Hold on. When did you drop your gun? She's a good shot too, so she should have a sniper rifle somewhere. Fuck knows where that went. Oh, there it is. I found it. Alright, let's get you your sniper rifle back. So Project Zomboid is good too. Me and the mates have been wanting forever for the game to actually open up multiplayer in new version. I'm surprised it's taking so long, but I am also new to Project Zomboid as well, so I don't know what is normal in that regard. I've only been playing like 42. I played like a tiny bit of 41 over Christmas for like a couple of days, but I really haven't actually like played like the old like 41 and stuff. But I am surprised that it's taking so long considering how huge a fan base it has for, you know, multiplayer and stuff. Also, if you have to go, go. By all means, go. I'll be here. The VODs and shit, they'll exist and stuff later. But yeah, no, Project Zomboid will be Friday. At the moment, I've been playing mostly those, like RimWorld and Project Zomboid and stuff, because I need to upgrade my graphics card for like 7 Days to Die and Diablo 2 and shit. I can't play them at the moment because they play fine on the computer, but I can't stream them at the same time. A stream literally cannot handle it. So I have been like forced not to play them, which sucks because I really do want to play them. But yeah, eventually I'll get to, hopefully next month, get to play those again. Because I specifically miss playing Diablo 2, because it's my favorite game. And I want to play it, and I know I can't play it at the moment. Because, like, I can play it, it's just that you guys won't be able to actually, like, see the game, because it will just go to, like, slideshow and stuff for you guys on stream. But yeah, that's just because, like, a few years ago, I accidentally knocked over an energy drink into my computer while it was running, so my graphics card's not in a good place at the moment. But eventually I'll replace it. Hopefully before the fucking subathon thing next month. That way I can do whatever. Who else is down here? Houseman. Just making sure everybody's got a weapon, specifically because if they're gonna go on a caravan, my caravans have been getting attacked lately. Like every caravan's been getting attacked. So, which is fine, but like I want to make sure we can actually defend ourselves. I already checked McPherson. Who's up here? Okay, so you guys have chosen to put it up there. You do realize I have got caravan hitching spots, right? I have caravan hitching spots in really super convenient places, I'm pretty sure. Did I get rid of them or something? Please tell me I didn't get rid of them and this is why this is happening. I'm not seeing them. Maybe this is what's happened. The hell? Hold on. Let's put down one and just see if I can select another one. Zoom out. Don't grab the chicken. Fuck off, chicken. Okay, it should be far enough away. Yeah, no, apparently I don't have my other caravan hitching spots. What the shit? Okay, we had one over there. We had one over there. We had one here, which is why we had the bald spot entirely. I don't know what happened to that. We had one down there. Why would that have disappeared? I know I had to get rid of it briefly when the animals were hitched up when the door was broken. But this is horrible that they're going to patch them up there, because if I get another raid, you know, this corner is like the epicenter of every fucking battle. This is why we don't have turrets actively up in this corner. This is why there's still blood up in this corner. So I'm not thrilled about that, because the last time they hitched it in the ocean over here and we had a raid battle over there, hence the blood. So I'm not thrilled about that. And we keep getting mech battles and shit along the water. So Mesopods loaded. What's in this one? Flake, and this is a gift to our allies. Who needs it most? Blue, I guess. Blue's not gonna like the drugs though. Probably. Fuck it, they can have the drugs. There you go. Okay. That gets the drugs out of our colony. How are we going with the weight with this one? Let's just get rid of the slate blocks for the moment. We'll have a chicken, a duck, and mole pack up in here, and then it's probably at capacity. Actually, let's just say no chicken, no duck. Let's just grab mole wherever he is. He should be right to go. Can you hop in? Mate, hold on. Stop wandering. There you go. Sometimes they're just like a little neurotic. All right, what are you doing? You're making something, I think. All right, Ram, have you got a weapon? Yes, you do. All right, that's fine. Transport pod's ready to go. That is coming over here. I'm pretty sure I've only got animals and people in this. That's a lot of rice. Off it goes. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I don't have any more transport pods that have animals in them. Pretty certain. All right, so then I have a caravan that's gonna go out that has got animals, thrumbos, panthers. Why through the hospital, mate? Lorena, do you mind? Do you mind just cleaning this hospital, because my people don't understand. Okay, Lorena's not going to do it. What about this chimpanzee? Yes? No? Why won't you clean? Hold on. Okay, what about Nuffa? Yeah, he'll do it. Okay, so it's just they don't want to clean. That's fine. Every so often I get somebody that's like, I'm not doing it. Okay, so I've already checked Ram. But who else do we have to check? McPherson's down here getting her gun. Who else do we have? I've already checked Ram. Most everybody's near the top of the map at this minute. The thrombos are on their way up. Checked Housemate. Shadow's got his. I don't think I've checked Lobster. He doesn't have his. Transport pods arrived. Good. Okay, you need a weapon. You're equipping a spear. I've already allocated you. Ender's having a food binge. That's fine. I'd like to go back up to where you are. There was Barotta. Should have a weapon. You're equipping a minigun. Cool. Lobster should be on the way down, equipping a gun, or equipping a weapon. Esme should have, she's got a weapon. Hellsmith's got one. Bagcal has got one. Cheddar has one now. Congo has one. Pumpkin should have one. Arella should have one if I can click on her in here. Where'd she go? She does not. Hold on. Caravan. Yeah, no. Okay, let's get you a gun of sorts. If you're a shit shot, you can have a minigun. Sure, why not? I locked eyes with it. You can have the Masterwork minigun. Just get it over there. Speaking of, I have Kangaroo and Silverware and Nick have all their guns